Hello, friends, and welcome back to a new price prediction update on KNC, where we will be taking a look at some of the things that's happening in the last several days since we haven't did an update on it, and just taking a look since we see here it's up almost 8% for the day, and if you know Bitcoin as well, it's down right now. So with a project like KNC being up that much, it's very nice. I'm taking a look at this, and I'm actually surprised because projects like these should be up a little bit, but there's a lot of momentum going on right now for KNC, and I want to review it with you guys. So let's take a look here. We see that we had a double bottom at these levels of 2.9. This level was very crucial because as you see here, we can see this level has been tested several times. Tested here once, twice, and three times. We were also at this level here. We were oversold, and we were also, if you can see here, we were under the 50 MA. So we needed a break in that 50 MA to go to the next direction. We can see here that when we were under the 50 MA, also being oversold here on the other side, we can see that price have volume coming in here. We broke the recent structure here, BOS. We broke that recent structure, came up, retested back to that recent structure. If you take a look here at the resistance that we had before, but unfortunately, since we were under the 50 MA, we couldn't sustain that level. Ever since as well, we could see that we have respected the 50 MA. So this is something that I like for KNC. We are respecting the 50 MA. It's tough to find a project nowadays that are in a full uptrend momentum. So this is something that I like. If we take a look here and we zoom out, we can see that so far we had a big major imbalance here at the levels of 3.9. This level was very important because you can see here a big gap in momentum for the bullish side, and we can see that we have wicks, a lot of wicks at these areas here at about 4.7, and you can see here if we do zoom in, we can see that price rejected these levels and came back down, as you can see here. And this level has been tested several times. You can see here as well. We had this little momentum, but just know that when these imbalance happen at these levels of 3.9, we saw the gap fill back in. You can see this bearish momentum here, which is not natural. You take a look here, same thing that happened in the imbalance here, and we saw price rally back down to fill in the gaps that we had here at about 3.9. And ever since, you could take a look here, guys. We filled in the imbalance that had a resistance before we broke that BOS breakup structure here. We broke that level, came back at these levels again here. If you take a look here at the levels of resistance, we wicked down there before we saw rejections there, and this has been the lowest that KNC has been at since April 18th, and we can see that that price filled in the gaps that were imbalanced here. So let's take a look here, guys. Same thing happened again. We can see that we were over the 50 MA. So I like to take buys opportunities for when we are over 50 MA, and when we have data, as we can see here from the previous, that 50 MA has been respected several times. And as you can see here, we had some big imbalance here as well from 4.3, and we saw the gaps being filled in here before we saw another resistance happening at 4.9, and then we saw here right after. This is the 1 hour as well, so these candles are in the 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You'll see more candles than these, just three candles here we can see, but you can see the momentum for KNC is very strong as of now. We have been in an uptrend as of April 20th until April 25th. So this is nice. A lot of momentum is coming in for KNC. We can see here that this price has been respected, and we are also above the 50 MA, which is very crucial because we can see that when we break the structure here, came back, we also had filled in here where price rejected these areas where we had a resistance level before. Before we came back here, retested back again, as you can see here, the 50 MA before we saw here the RSI being oversold, and we saw a rejections happening again where we price had a retracement back to our levels of premium here where we have an uptrend happening, and also the 50 MA. So two influences that we have here for KNC. Just know that we had so much rejections at the levels before we were oversold. We can see here the wicks going down but never closing under the uptrend, which validates that it's still going for KNC. Just keep in mind that we have very heavy resistance areas for KNC at about 4.9, and also a big imbalance here at about 5.2. This level is very important because take a look here, guys. We came back. We were so much imbalance here and so much bullish momentum that happened for KNC. We broke that level, came back, retested back at the levels of resistance that we had before. As you can see here, we tested that level, And now, as of now, you can see that this level is currently being tested for KNC. So just please be careful with that. Just keep in mind that with this level now, depending on how we react from this, since we have imbalance before at these levels before at 5.2, so depending on if we can break this level at 5.06, and then after we break this level here, come back, retest back at the levels of resistance that we had before, create a support level there, and then hopefully we can retrace back before we were oversold in the RSI to the levels of 5.2, and it will be critical to see a little retracement back for KNC to touch back on 4.8, where we have the 50 MA there, and also our uptrend forming right under it. So depending on how we react from there, if we break this level here, retest back, we could see momentum coming for KNC. But just keep in mind, if we do break this level of structure for uptrend, we could come back to about 4.53. So just a quick update on KNC. I hope you guys liked the video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Take care.